No, Bubbles. Hey, babes. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Sunday. Sunday afternoon. Yeah, Sunday afternoon. Priestess Tati. I recommend this protection spray for all of my sensitive people, my empaths, my clairs. Homegirl of mine gave it to me the other day. I love it, and every time I spray it around my aura, I feel so good. Like I legit, like, spray it on my back, and it feels so good on my back. Okay, that's for a lot of people. You know, if you know a lot of people talking shit about you, trying to spread negative energy about you, anything like that, spray this on your back, spray this on your front, say a prayer. Trust me, you'll feel the difference, especially if you're an empath. Very important right now. Leo's Lionsgate tomorrow. A lot of energy is coming through. Um, Make sure you're protected. So, this is not a recent event. Well, I think it happened in June. June, July? Probably June. I saw this on, there's a couple of channels I watch that are, I guess you could say, conspiracy based or whatever. But this was actually a story inside of one of those channels. And I was trying to find a picture of, this is how crazy I feel like certain shit is, and how deep shit goes within the industry, and how everything is connected. Because when I was looking up information on this situation, there was literally only 2 pictures and 4 articles. And I could not find the actual photo of the church van. Like, it was bad, you guys. I'm gonna link a video down below once I'm done with this live, because it wouldn't let me do it earlier. But there's a video. I guess it's a gas station, right? It's a gas station. Kodak is there with his crew. This church group, excuse me, I just drink a lot of coffee. I guess it's kicking back. But there is this van of church people, and one of them recognizes Kodak. Kodak is recognizable, right? He's like, oh, let me pray for you, brother. So, this young man, does what a lot of God-fearing people do. Prays for him, holds him by his hand, and literally these people get in the van, they get their stuff, they go on about their day, their way, whatever the hell they're doing. And literally minutes later on the highway, actually, I think they were on the interstate. They might have been on 95. I think it was actually here, because Kodak lives down here. I'm in Miami. But they get on the interstate and get into a terrible car accident. Like, I really wish I could find the picture with the actual van in it, because it was not a good car accident. 333 on the clock when I said that. It looked totaled, but everybody got out just fine in the van. But the van was fucked up. Like, those people should have really gotten hurt. Nobody, God-fearing people, no one got hurt. But for some reason, the ancestors kept showing me this over the past couple of weeks. And I feel like with my experience and things I've been through and what I've seen within my family, other people's families, shit like that, to kind of talk a little bit about the energy that I feel from it, and to talk about the importance of physical space and the importance of spiritual space. And, it's like, are you getting into someone's space by praying for them? Yes. Yes. Because essentially, you're not aware of what kind of spirit someone is carrying on them, unless you legit do spiritual shit for a living and you're reading someone's aura. When you're just someone who cares about God and you want to spread love, which is what I felt from this young man. He cares about God, he wanted to spread love. There's a lot of spirits waiting for people This is going to be an interesting sentence. There's a lot of spirits that are waiting for people who walk around going to pray for people. That sounds sinister. It sounds messed up. Well, just like the real world, there's good people and there's bad people. There's good spirits and there's bad spirits. This one particular entity, very dark entity, you guys. I don't even want to explain to you what I'm seeing right now, but whatever this entity was in this instance, it latched on to that young man. It latched on to him hard. And I hate to say be careful who you pray for, because prayer is for everybody. God is for everybody. Man, but in this instance, he literally had to be careful who he was praying for. And it's like, well, how do I monitor this? How do I feel this? How do I figure this out? Intuition. And even if the reason why this young man prayed is because he felt something very dark around Kodak. There is, obviously. All the weird symbolism, the one eye shit. He legit has a what was it, a single cover? He's in an all red suit surrounded by candles and Orisha sigils. Very dark energy over there. But anywho, getting into the voodoo spirits, I just kind of wanted to say a little bit of the background of this video. I'm going to put it in the description box when I'm done with this live. This is what I want to talk about in our regular lives, us everyday people. And this young man was an everyday person. He was riding with his church family, for crying out loud. Going to go do some mission work or whatever they were going to go do. I also feel like when it comes to prayer, when it comes to things like that, you got to make sure you got the adequate protection. Because people carrying certain things with them, and you don't even have to touch someone for something to become rubbed off on you. You can just be dealing with somebody. You can just have a conversation with somebody. I've had conversations with people after I left them. I've had to go take black salt baths. I once had a conversation with a girl. I need to take 2 black salt baths. I didn't even touch her. I think this really talks about the power of the aura and the power of the 7 chakras if you're tapped into it. And this was a young man who was very tapped into his chakra powers and his crown chakra and his abilities. And sometimes when you pray over people that are very dark-sided, you have to take proper protection. You have to take proper precaution. But that's why nobody got hurt in the car accident, because he was covered. He was protected. But I just want to talk about how vicious these spirits on people can be. And when you're doing something as innocent as praying for someone, how you could be attacked. Now, I'm getting strong energy of divine... What the fuck was that? Y'all saw that? That was fucking weird. Okay, sorry. It could have been a bird. But I'm tapping into the energy of like divine feminines and divine masculines. And I'm really feeling something specific about our energy right now. This young man in this video, he did give off very divine masculine energy in this video. And that's another reason I do believe why they were attacked, because this young man was an actual divine masculine. That's when people are just, we're tapped into our crown, we're tapped into our third eye. We believe in the divine connection that every human has. Every human has a divine connection. It's about whether you want to get into it or not. I'm going to pull a few cards. I'm just trying to light this sage real quick. Weird energy. Very weird energy. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Give me a second. There is a lizard demon around Kodak. Now, I know we talk about reptilians and all that shit. Like I said, I watch a lot of different channels that talk about conspiracies and things like that. But I will be very honest with my third eye and with my ability. There is a very big lizard spirit around him. And I only you know, give spirits any kind of power, especially when I feel like when spirits come to me in animal form, that's some serious shit. That's some very serious shit. And that's exactly what Kodak is dealing with. But I'm like I tell people, when you pay for voodoo, it's not like those spirits don't get on you. Kodak is someone who's paid for voodoo, who's done voodoo. I'm trying to burn this shit. Sorry. Don't like the energy. I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to protect myself over here, you guys. I'm trying to protect all of us. I got it. Freemasonry. Now, this is something I want to talk about low key. There's a lot of people, you guys, who actually come from families that have backgrounds in Freemasonry and have no clue. There's a lot of people like that. A lot. And what I'm really picking up here is that I do believe that there's someone in Kodak's family, generationally wise. He definitely has a grandfather or a great grandfather or someone who play. I'm not getting too much feminine energy. I'm getting more of like male energy here. Wizards are very powerful. Male wizards, very powerful. And I'm picking up male wizards around him. Male wizards, either grandfather or someone in his ancestry was dibbling and dabbling and actually cutting the heads off. Yeah. Making sacrifices and shit. This card just flipped out. I'm hearing Kodak has to make more sacrifices. I'm hearing those. Oh shit, y'all. That church van with that Ten of Swords that just came out. That Ten of Swords just disappeared. But with that Ten of Swords that just came out, those people in that van was supposed to be a sacrifice. I told you guys the van crashed and it was a bad crash, but everyone walked out just fine. With that Ten of Swords I just pulled, those people were supposed to yeah, they were supposed to die. They were not supposed to be here. They were very protected, very covered by a very big angel. Very big angel. And this is why I talk about being, just being careful whose energy you come in contact with. Especially my empaths, my people that are sensitive, you know who you are. Nine of Swords. You know, there is a tarot deck that depicts the Nine of Swords as a big, giant, kind of like a devilish creature, and that's kind of what I'm seeing on this card, even though it is the original Nine of Swords. This talks about, this could even talk about manifesting bad things subconsciously with this Nine of Swords right here. And when you deal with people that have certain spirits on them and you don't realize it, this can be the energy. I'm telling you guys, I dealt with a female so incredibly dark that I feel like that's kind of why I'm doing this energy right here, is because I understand this energy. It's kind of hard to understand this energy, if I'm being honest with you. In this card, I'm seeing a big question mark, like why? I don't know, I'm just hearing why. I'm hearing a whole bunch of whys. I feel like maybe people have a lot of spiritual questions right now. There could be a lot of people on a lot of spiritual conquests, trying to conquer certain parts of themselves. I'm hearing shadow work. There's a very big energy in the collective, and if you're healing yourself right now, specifically working on your chakras, be careful. Yeah, look, 3 of Swords. Well, it's kind of fell in the reverse. But be careful, my spiritual people. Be careful. Because it's like, when you want to reach out and heal other people, There's nothing wrong with that, but listen to your intuition first. Everyone needs help in this world, and everyone needs love. I don't know. I'm tapping into something crazy. Give me a second. Give me a second. I knew this reading would be kind of weird because how crazy the situation was, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of things. It's kind of hard to just pin it down into one thing here. But one second. The ancestors are giving me kind of a blank page right now. Because it's kind of like on a deep subconscious level, Kodak knew what he was doing. That's why I said I'm going to put the prayer, the video in the description box so you guys can look at the link. But when you watch the video, you're going to understand what I'm saying, that Kodak kind of knew what he was doing, like with his words during the prayer. He was kind of putting whatever spirit was on him on this young man. Like how this man was praying for him, words or spells. You'll see in the video when I link it below, Kodak wasn't really saying words, but he was more so like making noises. You know, when people pray, how people make excess noises or whatever when they feel the spirit. I kind of feel like my ancestors are telling me on a subconscious level, Kodak was putting that dark spirit off on him. Because the man was praying over him. But whatever spirit controls Kodak didn't want the prayer. It didn't want to take the prayer in, is what I'm hearing. I'm telling you guys that there's a lot of entities that have been crossing through a whole bunch of realms, through the ethers. There's a lot of people that have been dibbling and dabbling in things they shouldn't be touching. A lot of people. And I think I'm just going to end this here because it's really like a kind of all over the place kind of shit. There's just a few points I had to make. But right now, discernment is really the one thing people need to focus on. How people make you feel, how people make you think. Listen to your thoughts when you get around the person. If your thoughts start to switch up around the person, let alone your body, I'm telling you, for some people, we don't even realize the kind of energy and how dark it is, whatever people carry with them. So I feel like this might just be a warning. Be careful. This could be a warning for someone spiritual that watches my channel. Shit, this could be a warning for me. It's like you can pray for everybody, but you can't necessarily pray for everybody. You understand? And when I tell people spiritual warfare is the realest thing, it is the realest thing. And literally when I link the video below, what you're going to see is legit, like that's spiritual warfare. The man saw Kodak, prayed for him, got back into the church van, and had a terrible accident where no one was hurt because God covered them, but it could have really been bad. That was legit an instance of spiritual warfare right there. And that's why I tell people you got to make sure your protection is up right now. You got to make sure that your mindset is in the highest vibration, everything. Because there's a lot of people that are dibbling and dabbling in dark stuff, trying to do money magic, trying to call on spirits to give them powers, like crazy shit. Crazy shit. So everyone be very careful right now. Be cautious. Be cautious with yourself, with your own thoughts, and understand the power behind thoughts and words and manifestations. Yeah, I think that's really what I'm getting at with this. There's really not much. Yeah, the ancestors keep showing me blank pages because there's really not too much to say. It's kind of all black and white. Just spiritual warfare is real. And be careful.